Good afternoon, pepper lovers. It's that time of year again. It's time to pot all of the chili plants that I've got in this tent into 1 litre pots about a month before they go outside now. Temperatures have been around about the right sort of place to plant them outside already, but I've been erring on the side of caution. I'm anticipating a kind of late frost again, so I think around May 17th, May 20th I should be planting outside. So I thought I'll give my plants a month indoors just to get used to their new pots before they go outside. I'll harden them off in the 1 litre pots, and then after that they'll be going either in grow bags or in the ground in a raised bed. So today I'm going to be dealing with the potting up. I went out earlier and bought some ericaceous compost, the pH of which is about 5.8, so it might be a bit too acidic for chilies, but I should still get some decent yields out of it. Let's get right to it. So first one I'm going to be potting up is my Matt's Pinot F4 from Matt's Peppers last year. Just going to give this compost a good mix. The compost I'm using is just the Silver Grower ericaceous compost. So these are the pots I'm going to be potting up into. Tall 1 litre pots. They got a little drainage hole in the bottom. They got very good drainage. So I'm just going to pot soil into there. Pack it down a little bit. Put the label somewhere safe. Just give the pot a squeeze, flip it upside down. You can see the roots there. Hopefully they'll be doing a lot better in the new pot. Yeah, I'll just kind of drop it in. Not too fussed about breaking it up too much at this point. The roots should just grow into the new compost basically. And if they don't, they'll be watered anyway, so that'll be when the root ball really starts to break up, when it gets watered a few times. Yeah, I'm just gonna kind of pack the soil around. Transitioning from a 7cm pot, so that's 7cm sides, up to a 9cm sided pot. So there's about 1 centimetre around the edge to fill in with fresh compost. I'll just kind of conglomerate the top layer, sort of half old compost, half new compost, sort of mix them together a little bit. After I've done this, I'm going to give them a good water with some tap water, just to kind of blend the two layers together. And then there we go, that's the first one potted up. Stick the label back in, although it's pretty unmistakable what this is. And then that can go over there. First one down, about 15 more to go. Next I'm going to be going for the Vitali crossed with the Leopard Reaper. Start filling up this new container. Up to a depth of around there, and then I'm just going to pop this bad boy out of this pot. Try to, doesn't really want to let go. Decent old root system in there. I might loosen up the root ball a little bit on this one, just because it's a bit more root bound. Yeah, I'll just drop that in there, and then start adding some more compost in. Honestly, if all my plants are like this one, I would have no doubt that it's going to be a great season, but unfortunately they don't. A lot of them are quite stunted, got quite curled leaves. So I'm not hugely optimistic at the moment, but hey, if all else fails, we can have a really good indoor grow. So at this stage I'm not going to add any kind of amendments, fertilisers, anything like that, just straight compost. When I repot again in about a month's time, I will add a few amendments to the soil, maybe some chicken manure, that kind of thing. I'll repeat the same process for this one. This is a Vitali crossed with Hallows Eve, F1. So yeah, one bucket of compost looks like it can fill about 5 litres, so I'm going to need to go and get some more compost at some point. That's all good. I really hope that this compost works. It's a bit of a shot in the dark. I'm being blindly led by members of the gardening community near me. They say that the Silver Grow Ericaceous is one of the best in terms of peat-free composts that we have, so I listen to them. Willing to take their word for it. Hopefully I see some good results. I've seen mixed results with cocoa coir so far. There are some plants, like the ones I've already potted up, that have done quite well out of it. This one included. Yeah, the roots look a bit brown in some places, but I'm sure that can be down to like intermittent watering, that kind of thing. But yeah, generally mixed results with cocoa coir so far. Haven't been the happiest with it, but nothing's perfect. And what I'll do is I'll fill around the edges again. It's good. Some of the plants in here are about at the stage that I wanted them to be before they were outside. Sort of flowering, just about to start producing pods. If I can get them to that point before they go outside, I think that'll give us the best chance in terms of British weather and how long our season is. I probably will have the opportunity to extend the season a little bit with some of these by putting them in the polytunnel at the new allotment. But you know, I can't guarantee that I'll have space for all of them. And ideally, I would like more than a couple of pods off of each plant before then. But last year was a disaster, pretty much outside, which is why I didn't record many episodes outside. They were all focused on my indoor grow, because my outdoor grow, still a big learning curve for me. It looks very good in that big pot. Hopefully these branches will start to fill out a bit more. I know that the pimentidinate genes in this one are probably going to make it grow a bit lankier, but you know, it's encouraging signs so far. They're looking pretty good. I'm happy with that. Next up to be repotted is the TMS White crossed with the Chocolate Savina Habanero. Looks really unhappy at the moment, doesn't it? Perlite is dusty. Look what it does to you. Put a label there. Pop this out. Yeah, see, I expected this one to have pretty good roots. Yeah, nothing wrong with them. Just gonna plop that in there. Maybe at this point remove the bottom leaves. You can kind of just chuck them back in the dirt there. No point wasting that organic matter. Just gonna kind of spread out. Don't know if you can see that. Spread out the compost already to the sides. And then just start filling. These are very good quality, well-made pots. I have evidence that they work because this big plant over here has roots coming out the bottom, so definitely work for peppers. They're a very good, efficient use of space. Using the height rather than the width is definitely helpful if you have a lot of plants in a small area. That's my top tip for today. But yeah, hopefully now this plant should start to recover from whatever nutrient imbalance it was getting. Although, since it's now in compost, which is quite acidic, I'm hoping that won't be a problem and that it will still recover. Hopefully I don't run out of these big pots. I bought 30 of them, so hoping that'll be enough. It does kind of limit me to 30 plants. just means I can start 30 plants to go outside at one point. This one had quite good roots last time I checked, but I fed it fish tank water the other day, so that does seem to have had a knock-on effect. These roots don't look as healthy as they did, but this one's definitely really root bound. I need to start freeing that up. Some of them really quite slimy and not very good. But yeah, I suspect the reason why it doesn't look as good now is because I changed the pH of the feed because I was lazy and I couldn't be bothered to mix up another batch of nutrients. So I just used the fish tank water that I had, which works well for plants that are used to that, but obviously this one's used to pH adjusted nutrients. Definitely one of my healthiest looking ones. Next plant I've got is the Pimenta Barra Ribeiro from Vlemens on the Discord. Very healthy, capsicum bacatum. Nice little purple, red, orange fruits. Hopefully I see some of them. Lovely healthy root system on that one. There's not a lot of information online on transitioning plants from cocoa coir to traditional compost, but again, like any transplant, it'll take them a few weeks to get adjusted until they start growing again. There we go. All potted up. Ready to go. Now I've got to go get some more compost. I'm going to finish repotting the rest of my plants and then I will give a little tour when I'm done. Okay guys, I'm back and I have finished potting up all my peppers. So this one right here at the front is Badass White crossed with Trex Diego's The Dream Purple Peach F2. It's got a few kind of mean looking pods on it. Yeah, looking pretty good. This is the Medusi F2. That's also a Medusi F2. And that is also a Medusi F2. That is Pimenta Barra Ribeiro. That is a Peach Ghostly crossed with Nymphadora F3. That is the TMS White crossed with Chocolate Savina Habanero F2. That is the Brazilian Starfish Yellow crossed with Sugarish Peach F3. That is the Matapino F4, obviously, needs no introduction. That's one of my Vitali crosses. That's the Leopard Reaper crossed with Vitali F1, and that is another one of my Vitali crosses. That is a Orange Ricotta. So that's all the plants that I've got potted up now. These are my main plants that will be going outside in about a month. Really looking forward to that. I have another tray of seedlings that I've started. I'll show you them now. And my tea bag peppers, which aren't doing so great, but I'm hoping that they'll shoot up quite soon. But yeah, my spare seedling tray is looking very good. I imagine I'll have quite a few of them ready to go outside in about a month as well. Okay guys, it's been about a week since I filmed the last update where I potted them up. As we can see, there is a lot of new growth coming in. This little guy's starting to flower, that one's starting to grow, this one's growing quite a bit, the colours come back in this one, Matapino's going crazy, Ricotta is looking kind of sad, but I think it'll come back in a big way, so that's really good. And yeah, everything is generally looking good, so I think that's good news for the compost.